we are just going to our first session. So it's a platform which I was discussing before. It's Vex.com. So Vex VR. You can search online like Vex VR. So you'll be getting the virtual robot platform. And yeah, I'm already in the platform right now. You can see here. And on file, if I'm clicking, I can start either the block project or even I can start a new text project. So as we discussed earlier, we are going to do like all experiments on block coding. Okay, so I'm going to click on block project. So by default, I'm getting this block when started. Okay, rest blocks you can see here: drivetrain, magnet, looks, control, sensing, operators, variables, and my blocks, comments. All of this. It's very similar to MIT Scratch coding platform. Okay. And yes, I will be discussing this one by one when it is required. So like I'll be covering all these blocks. Okay. And maybe if you're coming here, you will be able to see something here, the project name, Vex project. So you can change the project name and you can like edit this. And for example, I'm just making this as a session one. That's a project. And I'll click on rename. So it's renamed already. We can't save all the projects like here. So in the platform, there is no option to save our project. So what we are supposed to do, we have to click on file and we have to click on save to your device. So this will get downloaded to your device. Okay. And yes, now if you are coming to this side, that means in the right side, you can see something called playground and yes, start button and stop button and all. So the playground, if I'm clicking on the playground, as I discussed before, you can see these are the different playgrounds it's offering: grid map, number grid map, lot of things, art canvas, wall maze. So you can choose whatever playground you want. So maybe in one playground itself there can be multiple challenges. Okay, so we'll be exploring that one by one. And after that, I would like to tell one more thing. Yes, if you're clicking here, for example, right now I don't have any code. Maybe once I write some code, then I can show you. See here, you can see there is a symbol like angle bracket. If you're clicking on that, you'll be able to see the Python code corresponding to your project. As of now, nothing. So maybe they default, like they created a variable called my variable and initialized to 0, all these things. So it's a Python code corresponding to the virtual robot. Okay. So I hope that's clear, and stop button and share and feedback, some buttons are there. Okay. Now if you're coming back to the playground, maybe let me close this Python. As of now, that's not required. Now if I'm coming back to this playground, I would like to show you one thing. Yes, I can keep it at the center. And if I'm changing, I have different option to change the camera angle for this robot. For example, right now we are in the normal view. Okay, so it's a top view of the robot. And if I'm clicking on this corner, so this will give me the actual view of the robot. You see, this is the virtual robot which I was talking about. Okay. And yes, you can see there are 4 wheels. It's looking like the Mars rover. Okay, maybe like it's like a robot on wheels. It's not actual like humanoid robot. It's something called robots on wheel, rover. That's the actual name for this kind of robots. Okay. And here you'll be able to see some sensors are already organized. Maybe the sensors are attached on the front side and even at the bottom side. And you can see there is a pen here. This pen is for a robot if you the robot want to draw something. Okay. And even there are options to change the pen color. So this is the overview of the robot and even the playground. So for the playground, even you can see right now I am on art canvas. So you'll be able to see it's a playground and it is having a boundary, something they have written Vex on the boundaries and all. So we have to keep the robot inside this, within this boundary. Okay. And here if you are changing this camera angle, if you are looking, you will get a front view of the robot. What robot can see in front of it. Okay. So I hope all of you understood this. Again, I am just changing back to the normal view. Yes. So the robot will be by default, it's in the middle of the screen, in the middle of the art canvas. So here you can see on the location X is 0 mm, Y is 0 mm. That's the corresponding position. Okay. Now let me show you like how can you change the position of the robot and all. Okay. Maybe, yes, we can do it here, or if you like, we can change the playground. For example, I would like to change this to wall maze. So you'll be able to see what is this wall maze playground. It's a challenge for us. You can see the robot is actually standing here in the wall maze playground. And there are some walls in front of the robot, and that has to navigate through this wall maze and should reach the final destination. The final destination, you can see it on the top. So it's our final destination and we have to program the robot in such a way that finally it will be reaching the final destination, that's a challenge. And maybe the subtask I can give you, for example, the first you can navigate the robot to reach the alphabet A, and from A to B, B to C, and like from C to D, and then final destination. That is one challenge. Maybe the second challenge can be you can connect all the numbers. You can move on to the first number 1, then 2, 3, 4, and final destination. So that's the second challenge. Or even if you like, you can directly like make the robot moving to the final destination. So these are the 3 possible challenges we can do in this platform. What is the reason and why we are doing all these challenges? Just to understand the programming concepts very well. Okay. And meanwhile, I'll be introducing the concept of sensors. You can see here on the left side, if you're coming, there is a block called sensing. If I'm clicking on sensing, you can see the different blocks associated with sensors. So this drivetrain is having a sensor. Okay, yeah, I think I just want to tell you, this robot is known as a drivetrain. So this platform is calling the robot, virtual robot, as a drivetrain. Okay. So that's what they are addressing here. You can see the blocks associated with drivetrain, like driving forward and turning right or turning left, whatever. Okay, I hope that's clear. And here, yes, I was discussing about sensing. If you're coming to sensing, you can see drivetrain sensing, bumper sensing, distance sensing, eye, then location. There are a lot of sensors here. So we'll be exploring that one by one. So if you know about sensors, if you know already like sensors, so solving these challenges can be easy for you. Okay, so that's the benefit we are going to get now. Now let's see. Now let's move on to the first task. So first, as I told, I just want to make the robot moving to A. Maybe you people are able to guess within this time how you can make the robot moving to the location A. I can click on drivetrain. Then I can simply make drive forward. If I am writing drive forward, let's see what is happening. Then I can click on this play button. Here you can click on the play button. So you'll be able to see I'm just changing the camera angle because I just want to see what is happening. Yes, of course, the robot is moving forward. Okay, but it's not stopping, right? But there is a wall in front of it. So just hitting the wall and still it's rotating. The wheels are rotating. Anyway, it's not a desired or good condition. So what I am supposed to do, I have to like reach till the wall, and from there I have to take a turn. So from here you can understand that I could have taken a turn to left side. Okay. Yes, but as of now we don't have any control. The robot is still trying to hit the wall. The wheels are still rotating. And it's jerking and it's trying to climb on the wall. Okay, see? Okay, so it's not the correct condition. So again, if I want to restart, right? So what I am supposed to do, here I can click on this refresh button. So the robot will be back to normal position. And anyway, the block which I added is wrong. So I can replace this and I can do this block like drive forward a certain mm. So that can help me in better way. For example, if I am writing drive forward 200 mm. So it's fine, I guess, right? Of course, the robot is standing there. It's stopped over there. Now from there, I can take a turn maybe 90 degree. To which side I am supposed to take a turn? To left side. Left 90 degree. And maybe let's see what is happening right now. The robot is moving forward and taking a turn to left side. Perfect. Now my intention is to reach the like alphabet A. I just want to land over there. Okay. Now you can see this is fine. Now again I will be taking a block drive forward 200 mm and it will be reaching till here. Now let me see what is happening. Each and every time I am refreshing. Okay, so the robot again will start from the original position. Perfect. Now from here again I can take a turn to left side. If I want I can click here and if I am clicking on this duplicate. This is a better option. Then let me see right 90 degree and forward 200 mm. I think the task is done already. Let me take this playground to the center and run it and see. Meanwhile I'm changing the camera angle. Yeah, you can see that. Okay, the robot is moving, but there is a problem. Actually, robot is hitting on the wall, right? Maybe it's slightly sliding through the wall. So that's not a good condition. Maybe we can avoid it. How can we avoid this? So for example, instead of writing 200 mm, let me make the distance little more. Okay, so it's like trial and error method. There is no hardcore rule you are supposed to do this way or something. Yes, I am just making 250 mm. Let me see right now how it is moving. Yes, if I am moving the robot right now, you can see. Yes, perfect. Now it's able to move and it's able to land on the alphabet A. Okay, I hope all you understood this experiment. It's very simple. We are not using much coding concepts and all. It's only logic. Okay.